Is Amazon changing your listing? Can you not update your own listing? If you're encountering these problems, you're not alone on Amazon. It's becoming more and more common and problematic, quite frankly. So let me explain what's happening and how we can get a fix so you can also update your listing and also stop it from getting locked and Amazon updating it for you. Okay, so to understand why this is happening, we've got to look at the A10 algorithm. So the A10 algorithm on Amazon looks at a variety of factors. It looks at your account health, it looks at your product health, your defects, your sales, your conversion rate, click-through rate, everything. Okay, it looks at everything. It brings it in together and tries to formulate an opinion on your visibility and where to show your product on Amazon based on all of those factors. Now, the algorithm up until recently, I would say in the last year, used to just suggest things. So it used to put in suggestions, particularly if you think about the advertising, it would put in a suggestion that you should launch these keywords or you should launch this new ad type. Now, if you are anything like me and my clients, anytime we've done that, the results have been garbage, quite frankly. So the AI suggestions have been terrible. Now, that may change any day now, assumably AI, particularly around the advertising, will there will become a certain point where it actually starts doing good things and suggesting good things and not just costing us a lot of money. Now, the reason I talk about that is because we are now seeing in the listing itself that Amazon is not even just recommending, but making changes to our listings. They're making changes because they think the information is incorrect or it's against terms of service or variation is incorrect or an image is incorrect, etc. They are then making the change for us. So without even asking us, they're just making the change. Now, this is a real problem because we're seeing changes being made that are actually not helping the listing. And when we look at obviously the AI and the advertising, it's not any great wonder why. Um, so that's to give you a detail about what's actually happening. So this is a concern, and why are certain attributes being locked? Why is your images being locked? Why are Amazon making changes? To understand that, you need to understand the winning contributor system. So this system on Amazon basically assigns a listing rank score to each user that updates the listing. So you as a business will have a rank. So for example, in our situation, when we had an issue that ran 3 to 4 months, cost us tens of thousands of dollars, we had a rank score of 45. Now we had an issue where we couldn't update the listing, attributes were locked. We contacted the listing team who actually told us that they had a lower rank than us, so they are unable to update the listing. So the listing team had a lower rank than 45. We then contacted the brand registry team and they said that they have, or we found out that they have a listing rank of 55. So they have a higher rank than us. Now, because they have a higher rank than us, when they make a change to our listing and they populate it into the listing, we cannot update that attribute because the brand registry team is the winning contributor. Now, in this case, it wasn't even the brand registry team that made the update. It was actually the team above that. So there is levels in Amazon support. It was the Amazon SA retail team. And in this case, they had a listing score of 65. So that was the highest one that I've heard of. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below for future videos. Now back to business. And again, we got the listing inventory team below 45. You've got you as a seller at 45. You've got the Amazon brand registry team at 55. And then you had the Amazon SA retail team at 65. Now this might change slightly depending on your niche, depending on your company. But what happens is the AI picks up on incorrect details or picks up on something it doesn't like. And rather than notifying us, it's just either removing it or it is making the change itself. Now, I'm not sure if it's the algorithm making the change or if it's the team then looking at the recommendations and making the change. But I do think, or what's happening is the change is going through, but the change is going through with a higher rank score than you as the business, you know? And this means that anytime you make the change, you cannot update it. So the way to get a fix on this is to actually contact support. You need to contact support. You need to ask them who is the winning contributor. In our case, support actually told us that one of us or one of my team had made the change, even though I had not granted access to any outside parties, and my employees are making changes from our standard Seller Central account. They basically said that there was a account name similar to my company that had made the change, so they thought it was us, when in fact it was actually a higher team that had made the change, and or the algorithm had made the change and it looked like it was us. So we had a case where we had to find out who the winning contributor was. When eventually we figured out who the winning contributor was and how we done that, how to get that resolution really quickly, check out this video here when I show how to get case resolutions super fast and not take 4 months like we did. So anyway, after we went back and forth with support for a few weeks, we found out the winning contributor was actually a team above us, our team above them. And what happened was they were able to remove the winning contribution from the Amazon SA retail team. When they removed the contribution from that team, what it means is the highest contributor became us again. So when we were the highest contributor on the listing, then we were able to edit the attributes and make changes again. Now, this might mean at some point that could happen again, but at least we know how to solve it, and you know how to solve it now after watching this. So I hope this is helpful for you, and please check out the video here where I talk about the exact issue that we had and how we got a resolution to that case as fast as possible. You don't have to wait 4 months.